Look at this. Zoran Mamdani just got booed off stage at an NYPD event in Staten Island.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for some more dancing? Oh, no, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. We're getting awards. Somebody's getting an award. You want to see who's getting an award? Come on, guys. I want some energy here.
You guys do know that Zoran the moron Mamdani is trying to crown himself the king of the world, right? I mean, according to him. And his supporters are just as stupid to believe it. I mean, he's already sending threats to, he's going to arrest him when he gets to New York, as if he has the authority to do so. I mean, the people that support these socialists like Mamdani, they believe that this man is speaking nothing but truth and he knows what he's doing. And Zoran, the politicians like Zoran Mamdani know that they're lying. They know that they're lying. They know that what they're doing is against the law, and they know that they don't have the authority to do such things like arrest the prime minister. But he'll say it. He'll push it because his people will believe it. Given the power, Mamdani would do it, but he knows he doesn't have that power. He doesn't have that authority. He knows that he's just a funky old mayor of a city that's crumbling and just in decay. This is what we have to deal with. We have socialists, democratic socialists of America who believes they are kings of the world, and in turn accuses the president of the United States and conservatives trying to fight them to be fascists and dictators and kings. Whatever happened to no kings? They're sure acting like one. I mean,
yes, if you take a look at what is going on here, extremely embarrassing. Mamdani did not expect this. You know, a lot of people know him, what he stands for. He stands against the military. He stands against this lady passed away in this fight with Iran. And he decided to be part of the funeral ceremony. And the people in that location decided not to allow him speak. The reason you see the booings, and I don't know what actually happened at the end, but looking at what is circulating on social media, you can clearly see that people understand and know who this guy is. Extremely humiliating. You know, he wanted to have that moment reacting to this.
And they think that this idea of democratic socialism is a really good idea because there are some examples of socialist policies that do work, like the fire department, and there's a bunch of stuff that makes sense. But the problem with enforcing any of this stuff that they don't understand is it always comes down to power. You have to have massive authority and usually guns because you can't just steal people's money. They're not going to let you. They're not going to let you just come in and decide, hey, we just devised a new tax where everybody who makes more than $500,000 a year, everything over that, you have to give 100% to the state.
Or 95.
Is the rise of the DSA good for your party?
Look, we are a big tent party, and being a big tent party is a strength, not a weakness.
I'm very shocked to hear this coming from Chuck Schumer. I understand he is struggling to maintain his position. Watching this guy who just won in Michigan, you realize before he stood like, I'm going to fight to remove Chuck Schumer. After he won yesterday, a question surfaced to him. He immediately started saying something different.
One of the fundamental kind of ideas here that's flawed. How many times can you vote yourself the wealth of those above you
Right.
before they have no more wealth to give you? Out east, in fact, when you see these communists, Mamdani, things like this, they're going to institute all of their programs on your dime. It's not like they have money. And whenever I talk to people about wealth disparity, what's really funny to me is they always seem to think that the government can just materialize wealth without there having to be some payback for that wealth.
Yeah.
We see in the lockdowns, you remember they were handing out money like it was candy to various businesses that were shut funds, things like this. And then they go, inflation's out of control. Yeah, is it? You're kidding, is it? Do you mean the government can't just materialize $1 trillion and not inflate the money supply? Well, that's just go figure.
Right.
And so a lot of times these socialists, they even try to make the promise like, hey, we're only going to tax them after this rate, but it's never enough money for them to fund their socialist programs to begin with. The government will have to materialize money.
Not only that, if you give them more money, they're going to expand the government.
The DSA and their candidates. J.D. Vance was on the show, and I told him that if the Democratic Party keeps going in the direction of the DSA, my vote was in play. And all I heard all vacation was, oh my God, you're a Republican now. No, that's not what I said. I said in play. And here's why. Because not a week goes by where I don't read about some newly chosen, exciting new face in the Democratic Party. And then when that face opens its mouth, the Communist Manifesto or some other crazy shit comes out. Again, let's just read the quotes. The DSA platform says you work as much as you are able and no more than needed. If that was any closer to Karl Marx's dictum from each according to his abilities to each according to his needs, they'd be sued for plagiarism. New York Mayor Mamdani once tweeted Karl Marx's words exactly. They're not trying to hide it. Their most popular influencer, Hassan Piker, thinks communism is so groovy. He laments the...
These are people standing up against the Democrat Party as a result of what is currently going on. Everybody is talking about Mamdani. Yeah, B is a Democrat. We all know that. But for a very long time, he has been talking against this guy for reasons you are seeing on these videos. Joe Rogan had a segment. They had the same discussions. They talk against Mamdani and the group they are building up. It is not a surprise to me because this started gradually and it is now expanding to a greater level that someone like Chuck Schumer who stand there to tell us the Big Ten party is growing. Chuck Schumer doesn't see this as a problem. I understand he wants to appeal to these people so that his position should not be jeopardized. Like I said at the beginning of the video, Isai, this guy in Michigan who just won, a question surfaced to him about what he has been saying, that he's coming in to remove Chuck Schumer. This is the same talking point Mamdani had. But along the way, when they are in power now, they change the tone. He now says he's working with Chuck Schumer against President Trump. So you can understand exactly what is happening here. The politics they are playing is really clear. I want to appreciate people who constantly support me sharing out my videos. Like I've been raising on all my videos. Please hit the videos, share out. I have a problem on this channel. YouTube don't pick up my videos for recommendations, but it's not a limiting factor. If a single person is watching me, I will continue to put out videos every single day like I've been doing for the past years. This will not discourage me. I see your comments. So please, don't stop supporting me.
Does anyone have like a preparation before the game starts?
We drink APAC tears first.
Syed wins, I will not vote Democrat. I'll switch over.
We got Hong, who is running, who is now, in my opinion, the clear favorite to win.
Right. The two-party system is for certain. Hassan Piker and James Carville are not going to be in the same political party.
Republicans to stop us from going.
Governor, you disavow now?
No.
Listen, it's historic.
An opportunity where the gladiator's god was praised for his
80th birthday.
When you come for the rest.
6-1 underdog. How good does this feel?
Never do this again.
Went under to jurors, but it was shown.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. So with all eyes on California, you can see exactly what's happening.
It was on here in the Golden State.
In 39 days, we will know.
Fun of people. And so this is my life.
You're talking about qualification.
Odysseus.
Telemach.